Yeah.
So, does anybody have any comic news or video game news or movie news or TV news that they want to share or talk about?
There's a couple things. There were a couple things out there that I thought would be interesting. Avery, you want me to jump in first?
Yeah, I nothing's going on with me.
I'm totally gonna DMCA Andrew if he acts out of line. No. So there were a couple things. First was, I don't know if you guys heard about this. Let me see if I can pull this up. I'm sure you were aware that where is it? That Batman #1 sold 500,000 copies. Were you aware of this?
I was aware it sold a lot, but yeah. Didn't we talk about this on your last stream?
We did for like 2 seconds, but I thought it was like we didn't actually cover this. We talked about it in the green room.
Okay.
Sure. So I'm sharing the screen there.
That means comic shops ordered 500,000 copies.
Here's the thing. Batman #1 comic sells over 500,000 copies. The issue, which hit stores early September, is likely the top-selling comic of the year and shows the continued appetite for stories featuring the Dark Knight. So long story short, it's Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez.
Next time I go to my local store, I'll take a picture of how many are still sitting on the shelf.
Absolutely.
There were a lot when I went by this week.
So it's a number pulls the title as the top-selling comic so far this year. A number unlikely to be topped, despite one more big publishing event on the calendar. So they're taking the big leap there that they were the best one. Although another comic at the 400,000 plus sales level was Invincible Universe Battle Beast #1. I had no idea that Battle Beast #1 hit 400,000 copies.
Well, it also had multiple variant covers as well, but
right. Well, that's why, and so that's the rub, and that's the thing that makes me even like. It's not news. This isn't a good news thing. So what happens is, like, these companies are gimmicking the hell out of these covers, and they're basically just siphoning money off of the retailers, and then they have a ton of contacts in the news. So what happens when I was at Marvel? They would want to get some news out, and so they have friendly reporters at USA Today and at Hollywood Reporter and Variety magazine. Like, they have the connections to all the reporters at the magazines. Half of the reporters want to write for Marvel, and so what happens, or DC in this case, and so what happens is that they are friendly, and so Marvel or DC says, "Hey, we sold 500,000 copies." And the reporter just says, "Awesome, I'll write a story about how you sold 500,000 copies." There's no investigation or why they sold 500,000 copies. It's just the news, so it can be ingratiating. The truth of the matter, and Andrew can back this up as a retailer, what they're doing is they're selling. Did they sell 500,000 copies? Sure. Who did they sell 500,000 copies to? Retailers, not stores. End customers. Not customers, retailers. Why would retailers buy 500,000 copies? Does that mean the book is going to be popular? No, because they have these super rare variant covers now where you get one of these super rare copies for every 100 or 500 books you buy. And so every retailer knows that that's the value. They know that that's where the money's going to be, is in that special book, and they need that special book, and getting and selling that special book is going to allow them to basically pay them back for buying 500 copies of this shitty comic that nobody wants.
This is the 1 in 1,000 gold edition.
So there's a 1 in 1,000 gold edition.
And then this is the 1 in 500 Jim Lee gold edition. Do you want to know how you get those?
Well, I would assume you have to buy.
You order 500 copies.
500 copies.
No. They did blind bags, where you bought a blind bag, a comic sealed in a bag.
Yeah. I know they did blind bags.
That's the only way you could get these, is in a blind bag. You didn't order 1,000 copies and get a gold one. Literally, I had heard stories of a store that ordered 1,000 copies and they got 1. And then I heard another store ordered 10 and got 1.
I wouldn't be shocked if there's some stores out there ordering tons of the blind bags and not putting them up for sale, just opening them all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I actually have to say, I have to say, maybe this is something we use for adult fantasy, because I actually think that is like a really good idea.
Well, this is actually one of the stores here in town. They have an eBay store, and they have a copy of each of these. They're asking $2,200. Now, I had seen individuals. There are not very many of them out there so far, but somebody had one of the 1,000 ones for $1,000, and somebody had the Jim Lee one for $850. Mm-hmm. So, and comicpriceguide.com doesn't even have them listed. They're that rare. They're that new. So there isn't people are asking prices without anything to back it up. Mm-hmm. You know, and I don't know, Todd, if you want to get it, you can get it right now.
They're tempting. I mean, I don't give a shit, but like it's not for me. Although it is tempting, just because it's so rare. But I think the interesting thing is I do like the blind bag concept. Like, so when you bought the blind bag, was it one comic in there?
Yeah, just one comic.
It was like the old Death of Superman.
Well, no, it could be any one of these variant covers.
Right, it was like Death of Superman, but with variant covers.
Yeah, the bag is sealed. You can't see what's in it.
Yes. Well, no, Death of Superman, it was all the same issue. It was bagged so they could be at the end of the story.
Yeah, it's Death of Superman, but it variant covers.
And actually, it models. It's actually really smart. It models vinyl blind boxes.
Right.
Manuel has entered the chat. What's up, man? How are you doing?
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up? I just wish I don't have a problem with blind bag in theory, but it would be nice if everyone who bought the comic got a shot.
How many covers?
Because all the books aren't sold blind bag.
Oh, I see. They should all.
It should all be blind bag.
Wait. So they weren't all blind bagged?
No. You could go. There were multiple covers, and you could go and you could buy those multiple covers, or you could buy the blind bag and get one of the same exact covers.
Oh, I see. Oh,
but your chances of getting one of the gold ones was 1 in 1,000 and 1 in 500.
They should have just done all blind bag, but okay.
That's what I'm saying is they should have done all blind bag. That way, everybody gets a chance.
Yeah, but that's not how the comic industry is. They put out multiple variants of every issue.
Avery, FYI, your mic's a bit hot.
How about now?
Try again. That's it.
How about now?
I think that sounds okay.
Okay. I just moved it further away.
I'm going to share with you guys real quick.
It's still pretty loud.
I can't turn it down.
That's okay.
I'm going to share with you guys really quick. This is Legion of Comic Geeks. It's where I go to look and see what new comics are coming out this week. This is the one that has, it also lists any variants that are available. There were 51 variants available for this issue.
That's so crazy.
There are open order variants, which are, they can have them, they can order as many of each of these that they want, and they're on the shelf, and these are all the different ones. And then there's reprints, of course. There's retailer incentives. Like this is 1 in 25. Oh, hey, Doc's here. Let me bring him in.
Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late.
Hey. So we're just talking about this Batman #1.
Yeah.
And when you switch from one platform to another, it can cause problems too.
Oh, dude, yeah.
MK says 51 variants. Come on, cash grab. Yeah, I agree. If we're going to do this model, then it should be treated like a traditional vinyl, like a vinyl toy drop, where you have like 1 in 1,000, 1 in 500, 1 in 100, 1 in 50, 1 in 25, 1 in 10. Mm-hmm. Like you can have your common to your mythical rare, but you don't want more than like a dozen different covers, because that way you get a nice spread. With 50 covers, it's just like it's just a poster book at this point.
Yeah. Well, see here, what you can see here. These are the open order,
Okay.
open order covers. Like there's that. This is the Jim Lee one. That you could order that for your store. You could have 20 copies if you wanted it, and some people will buy them just because it's Jim Lee. Then you've got this is the Mark Silvestri variant, which not very strong for Mark Silvestri to begin with, but you know. And then there's this J. Scott Campbell one. This one gets me. I don't know what it is about this cover, but this is not a good cover.
Well, you're just looking at his
That
desk,
crotch
basically.
glint.
Yeah.
Gleam.
And yeah, not sure what's
That's
going on
J. Scott Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that looks weird when you think about him. Like he's way better than that.
He's way better than that. It's a
And
bad
then
one.
there's Frank Quietly, there's Gabrielle Delato, there's Julian whatever, and then there's the Virgin version, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. And then there's the reprints, and then there's the
What's that,
incentive.
Batman on the toilet. That's what it looks like. It's small.
Go-
if you go one up.
Go back up.
It's mansplaining Batman.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's busted up.
Another nice crotch shot of Batman.
Yeah.
Can't have him at a 3/4.
His pouches are literally pointing at his junk.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, go back.
All right. And then these
Go.
covers-
I was gonna say go up. Go back up a little bit. It's the row above the crotch one. You see the one with the yellow background beside the jock? Click on that one.
This one,
Yes.
the Dan Mora foil.
Yeah, that one's actually really good.
Well,
I love
Dan
it.
Mora
Dan
is
Mora is-
awesome.
Dan Mora is such a good artist.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I've seen this cover a lot online, and I do genuinely like it. I think it's really good.
Do you know what comic he's taking over the monthly chores for?
No.
It's another Batman Absolute or something.
Nope. Believe
What?
it or not, he's joining Kirkman on Transformers with issue number 25.
Oh wow.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yep. So Dan Moria on Transformers. So, but yeah, this is a nice cover, but
Yeah, I really like that image.
1 of 64. But what I was going to show you is down here are the incentive ones that the store gets. There's a 1 in 25 Andy Kubert and a 1 in 50 David Aja. These are the ones where if you order 50 copies, you get one of each, you know. But in order to get that gold, you had to order the blind bag. And these here are retailer exclusives. So retailers could get their own exclusive covers. And of course, there's dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of those. And then there's the event exclusives. There's the Fan Expo 2025 Dan Moya foil variant Virgin. Then here's another one, Dan Moya variant. And this is, okay, whatever. Now these are the blind bag outcomes. You can get a 1 in 500 Jim Lee, a 1 in 1000 Jorge Jimenez, or you could just get a regular foil or variant cover. Like this is the Silvestri foil. You could get that in the blind bag. Now that's not; these were like the common ones where these two.
Does the blind bag
Oh.
cost more than the shelf copy?
I believe so. I think
I actually did consider getting some of the blind bags just for the fun of opening a blind bag.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy that. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
But
maybe
ultimately, I
we
decided
do
not to.
We do that with AF Comics.
If everybody gets if the entire run of that issue first print is blind bag, I think it would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But it's got to be the entire run. It needs to be a small, limited number of variants with a common, an uncommon, a rare, and like a mythic, and then like a super rare foil or gold or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they were $9.99. You had to pay more for them.
Sure.
Wow, they made
So-
a killing. Well, that just goes to show you, man, that they I mean, the only downside outside of like it's kind of like at 50 covers plus, it's kind of a ripoff. Like it's just to MK's point, it's just a cash grab. But like, expect Marvel and Image to be doing this next year.
Oh, DC's already announced their next blind bag comic that they're doing.
Of course,
it's already coming. I forgot which one it is, but it's another new comic. So
I don't have a problem with the whole blind bag thing in theory. It can be a lot of fun. Another element of fun to collecting the comic. I just think it needs to be all of them sold that way.
Yeah,
on your first printing. Printing.
The only other problem I have with it is that none of this has anything to do with the story.
Nope.
Yeah.
Now again, I remember like when Shadow with the Bat first came out. Wasn't Shadow the Bat the first one where they actually did gimmick covers where it was like a yellow cardstock or like a red card? That was the very first time they
weren't cardstock. They were just different colors.
Different colors.
That was it. And there were no limits to them. They were just different colors.
They were just different colors, and they like doubled their sales or something. I mean, that's what started the whole stupid craze. So I don't mind it. I like the idea. It does bring it a little bit more into the card collecting world, which is kind of interesting to me.
Well, I like the idea of alternate covers, but alternate covers for a reason.
Yes.
Like if you're doing a 1 in 10, a 1 in 25, a 1 in 50, and it's an alternate cover, go for it. That sounds wonderful.
Can I tell you what would kill?
What would kill?
Just would knock it out of the park. You do like 10, 11, okay, so you have 12 covers.
Right.
Okay. Do 12 covers. First, all blind bag from the jump. So everyone gets an equal shot. Okay. And I don't think they're extra money. They're just like $5 or $4.90, whatever the cover price is. Okay. So you can get a super rare book for pretty cheap. That's the gimmick to get people to do it. Right. I also loved, if you're going to do a blind bag, then you make the chase comic sort of the bonus. And you also, I would include like limited edition character cards like they used to do in blind bags, right? Like they would have a character card in
right.
Oh yeah. The different cards you could collect with X-Force One,
and you can
love it.
You can have those as a second level of rarity or whatever. But you basically say, oh no, we're polybagging it because we have a card in there, but really it's a chaser. So here's the thing: there's 12 covers. Okay, 9 of the 12 covers make one giant poster image, like the old back of the cards did. Right,
like the garbage pail cards
with a whole bunch. Right.
Yeah. Right.
So 3 by 3 by 3. So a 3 by 3 grid. So you have, those are basically, and some of them are more rare. They're still that ramp up. So like 1 in 10, 1 in 20, 1 in 50, 1 in 100, all that kind of stuff. So you it's hard to collect all those because of the numbers, right? And then the 3 that are not in the 9 grid are your super chasers, right? That's the 1 in 500, 1 in 1,000, 1 in 5,000, or whatever, right? And those are like hardcore, super rare. That's the ones where you got chromium cover, the gold cover, or foil, or whatever. And that way, the actual full collection, it's not just a bunch of poster image covers. You've got like maybe you have like 2 gold, 1 chromium silver, right? And then the rest are poster, like basically the poster, or maybe like the poster with 9 images, so 3 by 3. And then lenticular chromium gold. And that way, just on a visual, you know exactly what you got, you know exactly how the rarity stacks, and you're triggering collectors, because if you have 1 or 2 of the pieces of that puzzle, or 3 or 4 pieces of that puzzle, you're encouraged to get the rest as a set, right? And the chasers look really fucking good.
Now, the only problem I have with that is the way the comic book industry is set up right now. They put out a new Batman issue. It's got 5, 6, 7, 10 variants that are easily available on the shelf for anybody to pick out. And it's literally they get to pick out the one they want, the one they like the most. When it comes to, especially like with the Absolute universe, every time I go and I pick up a new issue, I want the regular A cover. Period. I don't want any of the variants. I don't care about the variants.
Right.
None of that's important to me. I want the regular A variant. And I've actually gone into the store on days and they'll be sold out of the A, and all that's left of the variants are like, well, I guess I'm not buying it this week. And even if you put a Chaser book into a blind bag and put it right next to the A copy, and heaven forbid should be they be the same cover price, I'm still buying the A.
Right.
I'm buying the one I can see, the one I want the most. I'm not going to take a chance on my money, not how much comics cost nowadays. Now, yes, there are collectors out there that are stupid and go crazy for it, but no, let me finish. But that's the secondary market that's going to make it off of those. Because if somebody buys a Chaser and go, ooh, I got puzzle piece A, I need the other one, they're not going to go to the store and buy them. They're going to go to a secondary source. And that the secondary source is going to jack the prices up in order to get you complete.
So you would basically want an A cover that is open and then a run that's blind, right?
Yeah, if it was there, I still wouldn't buy the blind stuff.
So here's the thing. So then you modify it. You have one more book. You have one cover that is your A cover, right? And then instead of when you do it, I was thinking about this. Instead of doing the 3x3 grid, you actually just gatefold it. Like twice the length of Jim Lee X-Men #1, right? So you just have like
they did that with Jim Lee's X-Men #1, where there were five different covers,
right?
And then they put out a special edition that had a fold out with all 5 of them in it,
right? That's
and
what
that
I'm talking
was
about.
those were $1.50 a piece or $1.25 a piece.
Yeah,
and the special edition was like $2.95.
Right.
I would pay $2.95 to have all 5 covers put together, you know, but I'm not going to buy a blind bag. I just not going to do it. But there are people out there that will. There are people that are crazy and out there, and they love that stuff. That's like going to a convention where they have those blind boxes.
Yep.
I'm not buying them. I don't know what's in them. I'm not buying them.
I literally sold them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and people,
yeah.
and people love them.
I will buy that kind of thing because I think they're fun. It's like opening a pack of trading cards. It's fun.
Yep. No,
I do. I buy those bags of comics, at like Ollie's and stuff sometimes. You know, where it's like, 5-10 comics, whatever. You see, you know, those things have been around forever. I'll buy those sometimes because they're fun. I end up throwing away like over half the comics in there.
Yeah. Well, that's how.
But I still buy them because they're for the fun of it. Same as trading cards.
That's how some people get rid of their junk comics.
Yeah.
Me, I throw them in a quarter bin and sell them that way. But other people put them in grab bags, and that's how they get rid of them. MK says 51 variants. Come on, cash grab. You know what the sad part about this is? Because it was such a successful cash grab, they're going to do more of them. And Marvel's going to do them too. And everybody else is going to start doing them.
Yeah. Marvel, Image, Dark Horse, everyone's going to be. I wonder if going to do this.
Start turning comics more into like the trading card market, where it is all just in bags. Like, why not just put them all in bags? Have one A cover, like Andrew's saying, and then everything else is poly bag for the special.
Now, if they put out a new #1, and the only way you could buy it was in a bag, if it was something I was interested, I would buy one. I'm not going to buy multiples to get a complete run, and not on a blind bag thing. No freaking way. If I bought #1 and there's like 3 variants and I liked all 3 of them, I would then go to a secondary source for the other 2.
Sure.
I wouldn't buy them at the store, you know?
Really quick, check eBay. I'm really curious, how much does an unopened blind bag cost right now?
I think I saw $11.95 was what people were selling them for.
Is there any way to tell what's in it? Is it like the Sam Julian cards back in the day?
No.
Are they? I've never seen it. I want to see what they look like. Are they just solid black? Or they probably have the Batman image on it, right? They probably have like the silhouette of the main image or something.
Yeah. Here, somebody's got it up for $18.95.
You gotta share it.
Yeah, I'm getting there. This is what it looks like. This isn't the actual bag itself, but this is what it looked like.
That's what the bag looks like.
Yep. That was it. And they're asking $18.95. They sold 79 of them. and there's 5 left available.
Now, are they still available at comic shops?
They should be. I mean, most of the stores that ordered heavily on them probably still have them. So,
And they have the oversized edition also.
Now that looks cool.
They've got the 11 by 17 oversized edition also, which is, if it's in black and white, which I don't think it is, that would definitely be something.
It's black and white.
Is it?
Yeah, but
Okay,
I don't know if it's an artist edition.
No, it's a big stapled book.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think it's scanned.
No, it's adjusted and everything's adjusted out and fully lettered.
Yeah, but that's a great idea. I can't lie, it's a good idea.
$9.99 was originally what the cover price was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this person has 5 copies for $65.
Wow.
Capitalism at work. Capitalism at work.
That's great.
Hey everybody, and thanks a lot for checking out the video. If you like the content, click the subscribe button and hit the bell for notification. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down, either way, and we'll catch you all next time.